Now,
Okay.
why I'm going to teach you this chapter? Because we have already done when there is excess of demand, what you will do, right? How government is going to control that, right? You
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
bank rate and all that, right? So we have already done
Yes.
this part, like how to control it. You already know. Only we have to do the other part, right? So
Yeah.
that's why we will be
Yeah.
doing it so that it become easier for you. So first, just note it down the syllabus, right? Because from
Okay.
right, and then we'll start.
Okay. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's just start. Okay.
Yes.
Let me just find the PPT. This is national. What's wrong? I can't paste it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not pressing. Wait a minute. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Fine, can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, first of all, it's the budget, right? The government budget. So, ma'am, what is this budget basically? So, budget is a statement of the estimates of government receipt and the government expenditure during a period of financial year which runs from April 1 to March 31. Clear? So, basically, what is
Yes, ma'am.
budget basically? For example, you are going for a party, right? You, of course, you set a budget first that, okay, my budget is 20,000, 30,000, something like this, right? So
Yes.
it's basically
Yes.
not the real value. It's basically the estimation. You are estimating my budget will be this, right?
Yeah.
So budget itself
Definitely.
for the government itself say that budget is the statement. You are not giving something. Budget is basically what, ma'am? It's a statement of what? Ma'am, estimates of government receipt. Now, ma'am, what is this receipt? Receipt is whatever money government will be receiving and government expenditure during a period of financial year which runs from April 1 to March 31 of the next year. Clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So this
Yes.
is called budget. Now, what is feature of budget basically? First of all, it is estimated, not the actual statement. Right? I'm not saying that
Yeah.
my budget is 20,000. That doesn't mean I have 20,000. It means I
Yeah.
am just estimating it. Right?
Yeah.
Next, it is prepared annually and it is constitutional requirement to present budget before the parliament. So it is very like you are in India, so it is constitutional requirement. In the constitution it is written that you have to present the budget before the parliament. It's not like, for example, it's my government, I said that I will not present budget. No, you are
Yeah.
obliged to constitution that you have to present it, right? So you cannot
Okay.
skip it.
Yeah.
Then next, revenue and expenditure are planned according to their objective of budget, right? So whatever revenue I will get, whatever expenditure I will get, they are planned according to the objective of budget, right? For example,
Yes.
this year I have to uh, establish 10 more hospitals. So that means I will be spending my money more on the health sector, right? So this is
Yeah.
what I will be planning it according to the objective of the budget. Every year the budget has an objective that this year we will be focusing on this area, this sector, like this. Then next, budget impacts the economy through aggregate fiscal discipline and resource allocation. So how budget is impacting the economy through aggregate fiscal discipline and resource allocation. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so you will quickly note it.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am.
I hope Fahim making notes is not a problem with you, right? I think that will help. That is helping you, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
It's good for revision also.
Yes, because if I ask you that Fahim take the screenshot, take the PDF, they will always remain PDF,
Yeah.
right? And screenshot, you know that they always remain screenshot because we never
Yes.
go back to our gallery and check, okay, what is written.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So in the class itself, I explain and you will write. If you have any query, for example, third point is not, you are not getting it. You can ask me
Yeah.
here, right?
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's just start with the components of budget. Okay.
Budget.
Yes. So over
Okay.
here, if I am asking you that this is budget. So what do you need to know the budget? Tell me the two things that you need to for budget. If you are preparing budget, two things that
Yeah.
you tell me.
Uh, yeah. First one is like the estimated cost, like
Hmm. Hmm.
how much the things would cost,
Hmm.
like not the exact value, but
Hmm.
somewhat near to it.
Yes. How much you will basically expend, right?
Strand. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
And
how much money you have.
yeah, how much money we have.
Yes. So basically, receipt.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, for example, I just take some. This is a boy. He is going for
Huh.
a birthday party, right? So first of all, he will
Yeah.
make an estimate that okay, from my mother I will get 100 rupees, from my father I will get 100 rupees, from my sister I will get 100 rupees. So in total, he has 300 rupees. So these are basically
Yes.
the sources from which where he will be receiving the money, right? So they are
Yes.
receipt. And then this is 300 rupees. Now he is going to spend it. So 100 rupees he will spend for cake, right?
Yeah.
100 rupees
Yeah.
he will spend for pizza. 100 rupees he will stand for maybe cold drinks, right?
Yeah.
So this
Yes.
is how this is his expenditure, right?
Expenditure.
This was his
Yes.
revenue, like receipt, and this was his expenditure, right? So similarly,
Expenditure.
for example, this is government, right? Government also
Yeah.
gets money. For example, this is me. I am paying tax to government. From here, government is
Yeah.
getting money.
From
Somebody,
direct and indirect taxes,
yes,
the government is getting the money.
yes. For example, GST, government is getting money, right? Somebody did something wrong, traffic, right? So they
Fines.
paid fine. So from there also government is getting money. Then
And from
the
the
house,
fees, the government fees.
yes, house taxes are there, licensing fees are there. So many fees are there, like, so these
Yes.
are the things from where government is getting money. And then of course that money government will spend it maybe in construction of hospitals, maybe in construction of education, free education to the student, pension to the government employees, paying the salary of government employees, all this thing, right?
Yeah.
Accordingly, that's
Yeah.
why
And
government need to pay
maintaining a
the,
government school or government hospital.
yes. So this is what basically government expenditure goes in. So you got basically from where government is getting the money, plus you also
Yes.
got from where
Where the
where government
government
is
is
going to
spending the
spend,
money.
right? So
Yeah.
if I'll ask you
Yeah.
about the component is, first component is budget receipt, from where government will get the money. And
Get the
second
money.
component is budget expenditure, where government will spend the money. Clear?
Money. Yes.
So now in the budget receipt itself, there are two parts. One is revenue, one is capital. Okay.
Yes.
And in budget expenditure, we have three. One is revenue and capital, right? Development and
Yeah.
non-development, plan and non-plan. Clear? So
Yeah.
first,
Yes.
right now, what you are going to do, you are just going to put the heading structure and component, right? And
Okay.
then
Yeah.
you are going to write it budget receipt, these two, or you can make it like this. Put the heading structure and
Uh,
component,
yeah.
right?
Flow chart.
Yes. Here write budget receipt and here write budget expenditure. Okay,
Expenditure.
and then
Okay.
here you can just make it like this, that revenue receipt and capital receipt. Here you can
Cover.
make revenue receipt, capital receipt, and development, non-development, and plan, non-plan, like this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now, listen to it very carefully. See,
Yeah.
before starting, I am going to tell you something, right?
Yeah.
The first one is budget receipt. So that means you are going to receive the money, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
for example, sometimes when you receive money, one is,
Yeah.
for example, there are two terms. One is asset and one is liability.
Liabilities.
You know that,
Yes.
right? So when you are receiving money, how can you receive money? For example, this is your car, right?
Yeah.
You sold it.
Yeah.
You got money.
Yes.
Yes.
It's reduction in acid and inflow of money.
Yes. So it is basically reduction in asset, right? Your
Assets.
asset got
Yeah.
reduced and you received the money,
Money.
right? Or what
Yeah.
you can do, you can borrow it from someone,
Yes.
right? At that time, what will happen? Your liability will increase, right? Liability
And we'll
means,
get the money.
yes, you will get the money, right?
But
But
our
your
liability
liability
would
will
increase.
increase. Yes, its
Yeah.
liability means that you have that loan on your head, you have to pay interest on it, so many things, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, receiving the money, you have two ways. Either your asset will be decreasing or your liability will be increasing, right?
Increasing.
But
Yes.
on the other hand, if your grandmother gave you the money, of course you are
Yes.
getting the money, na? So,
Yes.
are you selling something or are you borrowing it? No.
No. It's a
So,
gift.
yes, it's a
So
gift. So it is
unilateral
not
payments,
affecting your
right?
asset and liability,
Yeah.
right? So this is
Yeah.
what we have to do. So first one
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what, first of all, what is budget
Budget receipt.
receipt? The budget receipt refers to estimated money receipt of the government from all sources during the fiscal year, right? So that means
Yeah.
how much money government will be receiving during the entire fiscal year. Now,
Yes.
revenue receipt is the good one, right? It means
Yeah.
these receipts do not create any corresponding liability for the government, right?
Yeah.
These are the good ones. Like your, just remember your grandmother's, right? But the
Yeah.
capital one will be affecting your asset and liability. So they don't create
Liability.
any liability. For example, tax
Yeah.
receipt, license, etc. Right?
Yeah.
Government is getting money from the taxes. Government is getting money from the license. So is it,
License.
so government,
Yes.
is there any asset reduction or
No.
liability
No.
increase?
No.
No.
Just they are receiving the money.
Yes. And next is they do not cause any reduction in asset of the government, like licensing fees, gift, grant, fines, and penalties. So in this case also, there is no reduction in government asset.
Reduction. Yeah.
Yes. So these receipts
Yes.
are recurring in nature. It's not like, now, for example, this time you paid the licensing fees, next time you will not pay. Of course, you have to pay. So these are recurring, like again and again, government gets them, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
assets and liability of the government are not affected in revenue receipt. Okay.
Yes.
Now coming to capital receipt, this receipt creates corresponding liability for the government, like government borrowed it. So of course liability is increasing, right?
Yes.
And these cause reduction in asset of the government. Example, recovery of loans, disinvestment, right? So over here, what
Yes.
happened? Recovery of loan, right? Now recovery of loan, student get a lot of confusion over here. Recovery of loan.
Uh.
You can explain this?
Yes, ma'am. It's like when we would give any loan to someone,
Hmm.
then he needs to pay us. Uh,
Yes.
and in case he is not paying, then we have to recover the loan from him
Hmm.
somehow.
No, you are somewhere close till there that he has to pay.
Yeah.
But how can reduction in asset can happen?
Oh.
Okay, you were close till half. After that, you
Yeah.
changed the track. Okay, see, for
Yeah.
example, I
Okay.
gave loan to these two people or three people.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I gave 100 rupees loan to these three people. So what they are
Yes.
doing, they are paying me 100 rupees plus the interest
Yes.
plus 10 rupees. So they are my asset from where I am getting the money,
Yeah.
right? So, but
Yeah.
now these two people finished their loan. They recovered their loan. Means they paid all the loan. For example, their
Yes.
loan duration was for 24 months. They completed it and now from here I am not getting any money. So my two assets
Yeah.
got reduced. Right? Now I
Oh,
will not
okay.
get money from these two people because they
Yes.
recovered their loan. right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is called reduction in asset of the government. Like for example, someone recovered the loan, they paid all the loans, so now they don't have to pay. So I will not get any interest from anybody, right?
Yes.
Now disinvestment means, for example, I had a car, I sold it out.
Yeah.
So that is disinvestment.
Yeah.
So these receipts are non-recurring in nature, right? They don't occur again and again.
Yes.
Right? For example, you sold the car again and again, you will not sell the car, na?
Yes.
Then assets and liability of the government over here are being affected. Clear?
Affected. Yes.
You will first know. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Now coming to budget receipts, right? So these are the sources basically from where government is getting the, you will draw the flow chart first. Okay. Now revenue receipt, capital receipt, right?
Okay. Okay,
Revenue
ma'am.
receipt, you get money from this tax revenue, non-tax revenue, direct tax,
Yeah.
direct tax. So this is basically the entire flow chart. Why this flow
Yeah.
chart is important? Sometimes, for example, I said provident fund is a part of government receipt or government expenditure. So you should know, ma'am, it is a part of government receipt and it is a
Receipts.
part of capital receipt, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You will draw this flow chart. This flow chart
Yeah.
is important for your understanding plus for the 1 markers. No need
Okay.
to write this one. Okay, only the
Okay,
example.
ma'am. Okay. Okay.